Hey, good people. Welcome to Coffee Circle. Grab your coffee, take a breath. We made it through the weekend. Now it's time for us to tackle the week. Let's talk about impatience, checking your results too soon, and also wanting immediate proof. You don't dig up seeds every day to see if they're growing. Let's talk about this in business. You have to actually start and implement business things. First, you have to logistically have a plan. You have to think about what are you bringing to the business? How do you get the tangibles for the business? Operations, staffing. If you're the only staffing, how many hours do you have? All of those things have to be plugged in, and sometimes you have to till the soil for quite a while before you see results. Sometimes it's barely keeping your head above water, but you don't dig those things up. You continue to plant. You know that they're working on the back end, even if you don't see them on the front end. You have to put in that time. You have to habits. You have to cultivate habits. Habits just don't become second nature immediately when you implement them, when you start them, shall I say. I've been going around the habit mountain quite often, and today I feel like I'm combusting with everything, but I'm like, no, we shall not. No, I have to stay forward. No, I don't do that anymore. No, this is our new operating system. No, I've been saying no a lot, but in a good way, not a negative way. And also this weekend, I literally had to have a conversation with myself instead of I'm dragging you along, because that feels like work that I don't have effort, time, and energy any for. Habits that I'm telling old self to continue, we don't do that anymore. Now it's we've died. You no longer have breath. You no longer have a vote. You no longer have a seat at the table. You're there for old memories and lessons that I've learned, but the Bible says we have to die to ourselves every day. So every morning it's remember, you're here as remembrance, not as moving forward. Relationships. There's some relationships that have to end as well as some that have to begin. But relationships still require nutrients. They still require feeding the soul. They still require putting in effort and being present. And sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do. However, they're growing, and it's a part of growth. In our health, I'm literally going to the gym tonight. Now, really what I want to happen is I want to go to the gym and I want to work hard and I want to lift these weights. And tomorrow, I want to notice a drastic difference. I want to be 1 pound, 1 pant size smaller. I want to get on the scale and it says I've lost 20 pounds. I want to realistically breathe lighter, but I know that's unrealistic. I have to know that by me going to the gym and putting forth effort tonight, I am saying to myself, I can lift a little heavier today. Tomorrow, I shall not have to recover as long. I shall breathe a little better. Maybe it's 1 breath tomorrow instead of 5 breaths in once. Who knows? But it's progress. And when I'm realistic with myself and stop setting realistic expectations to see if it's worth it, to keep getting on the scale, to try the same pants on. No, I'm going to acknowledge who I am right now while I'm in process and know that the seeds are growing and I don't need to keep looking at them. My job is to continue to till and work them and not keep looking to see if they've done anything. That's God's job, not mine. Systems. Some systems are systeming. Sometimes it takes a little bit. You have to think of it like an experiment. Let's just be honest. I can't like formulate a system and say, okay, let me try to run it and let me dissect it on day 1. No, I need to actually work the system. I need to take notes and to tweak it as I'm going through it before I 86 it, before I solidify it. It's an ongoing process, and my systems be systeming. I'm just saying, for the good, for the greater good, for the not so good, for the Elizabeth, it's you, not the system, for all of it. And I have to take all of that feedback into account to say, I cannot uproot this until I've given it my due diligence. I've applied the feedback. I've looked at it. I've worked it. And let's see what this system is really saying. Growth is often invisible before it's visible. Roots for a plant formulate underground, under the surface. Sometimes you can actually like plant seeds and then not see anything, but then you start to see something. And if you were to move that soil, you wouldn't see the root because the root goes down deep within. So it's not that I can see it, but it's there. Same thing with roots with ourselves, with our business. I can't see the things that I'm implementing today taking root and getting structure and doing behind the scenes and all of this. I have no idea. I want to see it, but yet I have to know that it's formulating. I have to know that it's getting stronger. I have to know that as I come with the habits and as I work the systems and as I till the soil and I implement all of these things, the root is getting stronger within myself, within my environment. My child is seeing it, so that's a root in the foundation of him because he's saying, hey, she ain't just talking about it no more. She's holding me accountable. She's holding herself accountable. She said she was going to do it and she would do it. Because Child Hudson will get me together real quick. Okay? I promise. That is like my unpaid assistant, directive creator. He plays a lot of roles that I don't even know he plays. But I thank God for it. There's unseen work and foundations that happen behind the scenes that by showing up and being accountable, and also by just getting the ingredients ready, meaning running the systems, showing up, taking notes. Sometimes it's in sitting still that a foundation solidifies and that a system actually becomes the work that you cannot see. And that's in itself showing that it's happening behind the scenes. Our job is just to stay current and present, which can be hard, but when you do it, you have to know that it's all a part of the process and that it's getting deep, it's getting implemented, it's getting structured, it's becoming aligned. All we have to do is stay focused on our part and being obedient. Trust is built through consistency. Not feelings, not excitement, not through motivation, but consistently. Those things shall fluctuate. Those things shall pass. But we have to look not to those to allow us to say, okay, well, if I'm going to do anything today or not. No, I have to do irregardless. Today, I feel like I am literally, like I said, combusting. There's so many things that are throwing me off, but yet I still have to be consistent. I still have to show up. I still have to get dressed. I still have to be my best self and give it everything I have for a pork chop today. Now, the pork chop may not be as seasoned properly, but it's got some seasoning on it because I'm showing up, being consistent with what I have to bring to the table now, while managing that the foundation is foundationing. It's just a little rocky today. Let's talk about my content systems. My content systems, my posting, I'm becoming systematic with it and more structured with it. It's not as where I want it to be, but it's not where it used to be. I'm also developing SOPs. Now I need to write them down and print them and study them. That's what I'm focusing on this week because they're there, but I can't really tweak them all in my head, Elizabeth. That's not work. And I know that, so that's what I'm structured on and focused on today, this week. Also, my artistry. I know that I have to assign blocks of artistry because it's a release. I get excited. I'm literally being challenged in so many ways as an artist, and not just paints and paper and creative ministry. I mean, creative, it's baking, it's cooking, it's writing, it's every artistic gift that possibly I have. It's all aligning and converging together for the greater good. It's exciting me. Parenting. Oh, I look at parenting so different. I get to parent this little kid. I get to see his creative bursts and the things that he's doing, and just structure wise. I just literally had a talk with my mom today about him. Well, she called and she was like, he's just getting so big. He thinks he's so big. Well, sis, he is. He'll be 11 like in 2 months. He's like calling me, having like little conversations, and it's so sweet because he's so caring and loving. But I am making a point to be proactive in the sense of making time for him when he actually calls, because that's developing his communication. I am hanging on to that things in all aspects are growing, even when they're not obvious, even when it's not tangible, even when the circumstances are circumstancing and coming against everything. I still trust and know that everything is growing as it should be. because maybe nothing is actually wrong. Maybe it's just growing. Let's hold on to that. And I will meet you guys Wednesday at Pep Rally Wednesday. Bye, good people.